Okay, so my network actually got bad in the last class, but I'll be posting this on TikTok privately so that you guys can be able to view it and see what I'm talking about. Now, so this is how it goes, and this is how it's going to go. Now, at first, we know that once you see a change of character, this time you're not talking about the strategy itself. You're just talking about after the change of character. So after the change of character, we all know that we should, take our entries from the head or from the shoulder, right? Either one of them. So your entry will be either here or either here. Let me bend it like this a little, so or either here, and then price come to the side of it. But the question is, where should you take your precise entry? Now, price always come to the head and not the shoulder. Listen to me attentively. Price always come to the word head and not the word shoulder, because price know that some people will place stop loss here, so or TP or something, so it will want to take out this particular place away. Do you understand? But there is an exception. There is an exception, but we should always know that price comes to the head and not the shoulder. But there is an exception. Now let's look at gold, for example, the gold that made us, that whined us the last time. Let's look at gold. Let's restart it again. Now let's look at gold very, very closely. Now if you notice, let's delete this, let's delete all this, because I was trying to rack my head and back test, so that the main aim for me is to use my mistake to teach others. That's just the main aim. I don't have any other thing to do apart from to use my mistake to teach others. Now this is it. This was a rejection on the weekly time frame, and last week did not give me what I needed. Do you understand? Last week did not give me what I needed, but this week gave me what I needed, but I did not catch it. Now, so this is how it plays. Whenever price change a character, the price will always come to the head. Do you understand? For example, let me show you this one on the 4-hour time frame, so that you understand what I'm saying. Price would always come to the head. Look at this. Always come to the head. That's what price will always do anytime there's a change of character. Look at this change of character here. Look at it here. Where did price come to? The head. Always, like, it does not miss it. Let me search for another change of character. Let me search for another change of character. Another change of character is here, where the price almost reach the head. Price will always target the head, but there is an exception. Don't worry, you see the exception. Now, another change of character. I'm looking for another one. Okay, so let's say this is the change of character. I think price targeted the shoulder this time. Okay, there is a reason why it targeted the shoulder. I'll show you in a jiffy. So which other change of character? Most times, okay, let me show you this one. This particular change of character, see, price will always almost target the head. It will liquidate the shoulder and target the head. And over time I've been making this mistake, but thank God I've seen it, so you will not make the same mistake. Now we know that price comes to the shoulder. The question is, why is it that price sometimes stop at the comes to the head? Why is it that price sometimes stops at the shoulder and not come to the head? Now this is how to analyze your trade. At first, you wait for a rejection. This is the rejection. Let's use daily rejection. Let's not use weekly rejection. Now let's say this was a daily rejection. Under here, daily rejected this SBR. Yes, the support that broke and turned to resistance. Can you see it? It's rejected from here. Now that we know that daily has rejected from there, we scale down to the 4-hour time frame to look for our change of character. Look at this carefully. Look for our change of character here. Let me use the line chart. Look for our change of character here. But mind you, after waiting for that day to finish, listen close attentively. After waiting for that day to finish, we were expecting price to reach the head. Listen very attentively. We were expecting price to reach the head. According to what we say, price will always reach the head. We're expecting price to reach the head. Now, but that day finish, price did not reach the head. The next day now, because it has to change character one day and then reach the POI the next day. Remember. Now, but the next day, price did not change character. Let's switch this stuff to the next day. Where's the daily time frame? Let's switch this stuff to the next day. So this was the next day. So ending of the next day. By the end of the next day, price did not change, did not reach our POI here. Do you understand? The main aim is to reach our POI here, but it did not reach our POI here. Now, price has a very, will I say, bad attitude of coming to a point of interest. Of taking out the highs or the lows of the previous day before going to the direction. So this is what it means. It means that after the end of that day, since price did not come to this particular place, we expect price to take out this high. Right? The SNC traders will call it liquidity. We are expecting price to take out this high. But the next point of interest in these long movements, listen attentively. The next point of interest in these strong movements, according to MSNR, is the open close or the support. Now, there was an open close here. Also here too can be put into consideration, this particular place, because this is an RBS. But now, listen attentively. Here can also be put into consideration. Now, we put here into consideration. We put this one into consideration. Now when it reaches time, because this is about 1 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, by then you might have not woken up. Do you understand? Then when it gets to maybe 3 o'clock, or maybe let's say 7 o'clock, so within 7 o'clock in the morning, look attentively, within 7 o'clock in the morning, you would have noticed a very strong push from this key level. Remember, Asian session, we don't trade it. So from this key level, see, this is 6 o'clock, this is 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, you would have already noticed this push. You would have said, okay, fine, that means this place is valid. Do you understand? Or let's say you don't even know if it's Asian section or not. Let's say that particular thing you did not know. The next place in this strong push, you see, let me show you. You see this candle, this particular candle. You see that candle? The price came into this candle. According to an MSNR trader, we either trade the support, or we trade the resistance, or we trade the open close. The very next POI is the open close here. Very next POI is the open close. But putting this into consideration, do you understand? Now, as we put these two, let's now see in the next time frame if there's a key level here or there's a key level here. Now, on the 1 hour time frame, we confirm either there's a support or another open close or something like that. Now, look at this particular place that we put this thing in the middle of nowhere here. Let me show you. In the middle of nowhere. But look at where we place this one. In somewhere. In what? Freaking somewhere. See it here. It supports. If you don't see what I'm saying. It supports. It's strong support. So what will we have done? Because I saw someone call this trade and I was like, yo, how did this guy do it? Like, bro, is there something I'm not seeing that you are seeing? And let's say 30 pips, let us say 35 pips. We are afraid of SL. 35 pips. Where would be our next target? Our TP. Now, our TP would be the next. Our TP would be the next point of interest on the daily time frame. I think so. Yes. The next point of interest on the daily time frame. Now, let me show you the daily time frame. This is the daily time frame. The next point of interest on the daily time frame will be here. Will be the shoulder. Why is it the shoulder? Let me show you. Why is it the shoulder? It's because price has already changed character here. So we are expecting price to come here. Now, this is the TP of some people and this is the entry of another set of people. So therefore, price would... Oh God. This is amazing. So therefore, price will now come to this particular place and put your full TP. Let me show you. Full TP. Now, do not forget. Now, let's analyze this other one. Let's delete all these things. Let's analyze the daily. Now, remember that this daily change character. Yes. Let's put this. Let's put the fib level. Now, remember that daily change character. So we're expecting daily to come back to this fib level around here, and that should be 60% level. And what is at that 60% level? This. Let's delete this one. Now this. But now let's say we don't know exactly where this is coming. Do you understand? But look at something amazing. When this price change character on this particular week, we waited for the week to finish. Then on the daily, that means, listen, we waited for that particular week to finish, and we know that once price change character is always coming for the head, right? For the head, always coming for the head. But we waited for that week to finish, but that week did not give us any low, right? That price should take out. So we said, okay, fine. That means it is heading for the head. So this was our entry. Pay rapt attention. So this was our entry, and we'll enter and reach maybe here. Very, very perfect trade. But the issue now is, why is it that price now reached the shoulder? Now remember, this week did not give a low. Let's now see what the next week did. Let's put it at the ending of the next week. Ending of the next week. Now, the ending of the next week gave a good low. What you guys would call liquidity. Do you understand? What SMC people would call liquidity. Let's delete this one first. So it gave a good low. So we are expecting price to scatter that low and come to a point of interest. Now, what is that point of interest? According to MSNR, we know our point of interest as the support, as the resistance. Do you understand the resistance? We know our point of interest as the this place, the shoulder, and we also know our point of interest as the head. But which one is the nearest one? Which one is the nearest one? Now, the nearest one is the shoulder. I'm sorry, this place that broke the resistance. Now, the nearest point is the resistance. We put the nearest point as the resistance. But look at what price did. Price came to that particular resistance. it did not change character. Do you understand? So if you're having two confluences, wait for the first one to trigger, wait for that day to finish. If it does not change character, rather you went to go and reject this one. Oh, can somebody see this? Went to reject this one. That means price will still push lower. Now, he indicated that price will push lower. Fine. That means the nearest point of interest is no longer here, is now down here. Have you seen it? Now that it is down here, what can we do? We just place our trade long. $30 pips to this point. Very easy. Very, very what? Easy. This is 1:27. Very easy. So in summary, look at the summary. In summary, whenever you have a change of character. So in summary, this is it. This is it in summary. Whenever price changes character, look at this. Whenever price change character, our entry is always at the head. Do you get? Always at the head. But at this head, we have to wait for that particular week to finish. Do you understand? We have to wait for that particular week to finish, because we know our entry will be from the head or the shoulder, Abby. But now it is always at the head. We wait for that week to finish. Let's go to the weekly time frame. I think this was the week. Let me just highlight all the week. I think here. So we wait for that particular week to finish. Okay, I haven't highlighted the one that changed character. See, if you master this thing, oh God. So wait for that week to finish. Now, that week that changed character, it has finished, Abby. Clearly it has finished. That means our entry would be the nearest. You see this high? It means price will take out this high. Do you understand? And our entry would be where? Here. But no, wrong. Your entry cannot be there. Your entry will be at the head. Why? Because the shoulder is taken out. There is no shoulder here. So the next entry is the head. Remember I told you that when you have this, your entry will be either the shoulder or either the head. Have you seen it? Either the shoulder or either the head. Now, when the week finish, this particular week finish, you will notice that it changed character. Fine, it changed character. But there was a high that needed to be taken out. But the high is inside this, is already inside this shoulder, our POI. So this shoulder is no longer valid. Only after the shoulder, what next? The head. So it targeted the head and see the massive fall. Have you seen it? Very simple. Very, very simple. So that is just the best. Let's see if we can back test it. Let's see if we can back test it. Okay, because this particular fall, it was using the same strategy. Now let's go back. Now let's go to, okay, now this particular one now is just the beginning of the week. Let's go to, maybe there was a rejection from the OCL. Do you understand? On the 4 hour. Do you get? Now we are waiting for a change of character. We found a change of character here. Do you get me? Let me on it for you. See this upper change of character. That is what we saw, right? So now we've seen a change of character. Where is price going to? The head. Do you get? The head. Now, so stop loss will be below the wick of that head. But wait, we have to allow that day to finish. Let's go. That particular day that changed character, we have to allow it to finish. Was it this one or this one? Wait, let's just mark it out. Let's see any of the days that changed character. Okay, I think this was the day. Coming. Okay, so I'm trying to get the day that changed character. Do you get? I think, was it this day? Let's just mark out this day and this day. Let's see. Okay, no, it wasn't. I think it was that third day. Okay, let's delete this one. So within this place and this place, between it, that's what, awoken the change of character. Now look at this. So it means our entry is at the head, our stop loss will be at the wick, below this wick. Do you understand? So something like this, long, something like this. Exactly. Now target would be anyhow you want to put it. But now this particular place is big because we are operating on the 4-hour time frame. So how do we check and balance this thing? Now you see that particular place that change character. You see that particular place that change character. That 4-hour. That particular 4-hour that changed coming. So you see this particular place that change character, this one. If you allow that candle that change character, this particular candle that change character to play out finish, you would notice something on the 1 hour. That it's left. Let me delete this one. Delete. See the candle that play out. But within that candle, remember, it's left a low. So price must take out that low. Now, what is the nearest candle, nearest POI, nearest key point to that low? This one. And so, if we should place our trade here, now we have better risk to reward. Do you understand? Now we have better risk to reward. Now, our TP would be maybe this place. The closest place to this, let's see daily. The closest place to this rejection should be here. Should be the shoulder. Should be the shoulder. Have you seen it? The shoulder. So let's reduce everything. Maybe here. Here will now be our TP. Then let me delete this one. So it's already done. Like, okay, TP has not hit. So this is it. Think no, not like this. Here. Do you get? Then here. Then maybe TP hits. Smash it. Simple. Then if possible, any reversal from that particular point. Have you seen how precise and accurate it is? Do you know why this thing reversed like this?